Today's video is a little bonus upload to celebrate World Cross Stitch Day. I thought it would be the perfect time to share a flip through of the September 2026 issue of Cross Stitcher magazine. This issue is packed with beautiful autumn inspired designs and projects. It comes with 3 lovely free gifts. We have the Autumn Garland bookmark kit, autumn coloured seed beads, and an adorable white owl needle threader. So whether you're looking for your next stitching project or simply fancy a bit of autumn inspiration, let's take a look inside and see what we can find. Let's take a close-up look at the free gifts. So we've got this little vial of autumn coloured seed beads, and that top comes off very easily. Then we've got this needle threader, and it does a large eye needle and a small eye needle. And then the bookmark kit with all our bits and pieces in. The pattern for that is in the magazine. Take a look through the magazine. On the first page is the pattern for the free gift. I think I would change the wording. You are limited to space, but I would want something autumnal in there, I think. And in the next issue, you have a Halloween needle roll kit, which looks rather nice. And this Regency Street townhouse is the first part of the stitch along. These I think are pretty with the back stitch and the silhouettes. Now encased in these buttons with resin is real beach sand. I'm not sure how I feel about that ethically, but I guess that's neither here nor there at the moment. I do like this Castle needle keeper though. This is a really pretty pattern. Again, I think I'd probably change the words, but I do think that's really lovely. And I like this orca on this book. Now this is the current stitch along, which is lovely. I like this idea of it being stamps. It's a very pretty picture there with the rose on the striped background. And I do like this eclipse. This one here is children on a sledge in the snow. And these are my favourite designs in the whole of the magazine. So obviously they are autumnal. It's using the seed beads. My sister would love this one because she loves gonks. And you could do them like this in the hoops, or you could do them on cards. I think these are really pretty. I'm definitely going to be stitching one of those. These are quite different with the musical notes. You can make them quite masculine. I do like this one with the quirky flowers on, but I don't see me stitching any of these, to be honest. This is stunning. It makes a wonderful cushion. It is a big project, and I have not done a big project for quite a long time now. I do love this seagull with the chip in his mouth. This Will's World sampler is quite nice. So this is all Shakespeare's plays, etc. And I do love dandelions. So apparently they're the first pollen for the bees, which is lovely, which is why you shouldn't mow them apparently. This is nice, this needle keeper. So yeah, those are really pretty designs. This is obviously about a stitcher. These are quite quirky, these brooches, fish brooches. I do like the colours of those. I don't think I'll be stitching any. I'm not really particularly a fish person, so I can't see me wearing one of those, but I do love to wear a brooch. Now this is gorgeous, this Dog's Life sampler, and I love this dog in the middle shaking the water off. There's no Newfoundland on it, so in my eyes it's incomplete. I really like the letter libraries. I think they're really handy for cards and tags and name plaques and things like that. Now, my niece is called Lottie, so this would be a lovely one, especially as she also loves nature, so I think she'd like the ladybird. I'm not sure what I would stitch that on yet, though, if I get time to do it. Now, this one I think is meant to be a pencil case. Is it just me? Does it look like knickers or pants, though? I don't know. I love this Yeti on the lunchbox and the flask. That's brilliant. And the panda on the backpack. Now, next month is the Halloween haunted house alphabet, which I do like the sound of. That is right up my street. This is so pretty, this Paris scene, and it does look lovely on that bag. Again, I don't think it's one I'll be stitching. Along with this apple orchard, that is stunning. And I particularly like this bit that they've cut out. And I think you probably could get away with just stitching that bit if you wanted to, although you have got the dog's leg, so you might need to do some adjustments, but that is beautiful scene. Now these I do like, the Delft style designs. I'm learning Dutch. Some of you might know that. If you follow me on Instagram, sometimes I share what I've done on Duolingo, but I'm also learning through other avenues as well. But I've got a notebook and I thought that this pattern would be really nice on the front. This is lovely. Stitch Along Little Library. So we're up to part 14, so it's too late to join in. But I do like this idea of the book covers. And obviously must be nearly finished, because if not finished, because it's on this last bit, which is this border down here. I've never done a stitch along, like I say. This is obviously showing you some of the stitches and using your beads. And I love this blackberry stitch here. This is really nice. This pattern, sorry, of this tag is really cute. And then, like I say, next month is the Regency Townhouse stitch along, this needle roll, which is a Halloween theme, and sequins for the sparkle. It doesn't come out till the 25th of August, so you've got some time to pick up this one before that new one comes out. But I'm pretty impressed with the patterns in there. That was a good purchase, I think, especially as I do like this bookmark kit. Are you a cross stitcher? And if you are, I'd love you to tell me in the comments what you're stitching at the moment, or what you would stitch first from this magazine. I'd also love you to consider subscribing if you don't already. And until next time, cheerio.